9 o'clock here in God's own state. Of course, you know, it's time for Dr. Uzor Kalu Speaks on this dial. It's supposed to be an interactive session where you're also calling after listening to the media aid of the former governor. As usual, I have him here with me. My name is, first of all, Ginika, Oluoha. I also have the media aid Southeast to former governor, Dr. Orji here, Honorable Madukukuru. Good morning.
Good morning, Ginika, and good morning, Ndabia.
All right, welcome. Just last week, INEC, in their own thinking, decided to postpone the election. How did it come to you?
Well, first of all, let me apologize to you guys for the former DIG, Barrister Zubuko Oda. He would have been here, but because of exigencies, you know, this is the electionary period, and this week is very critical for us as a political party. He's there to make sure that things are facilitated very well. So he would have been here to talk on so many critical issues like things bordering on security. So let me apologize to Ndiabia that DIG, Barrister Zubuko Oda, was not able to make it. But like you said, the postponement is God's own making. You know, we're not going to look at it as a disappointment, but we'll look at it as something that we have to, with whole heart, welcome, because so many things would have gone wrong. And God, in His infinite mercy, said, no, it ain't going to be so, because we are talking about lives of Abia people. We are talking about changing the conscience of the people. We are talking about changing the lives of the people to create a better future, not only for ourselves, but for our children and those yet unborn.
Okay, I also know that just like every other political party, did it destabilize your plans? I mean, the postponement of the election, because I know you must have mobilized resources, personnel, and all that ahead of that election, but it was, you know, unfortunately postponed. Did it destabilize your plans as regards to, you know, coming out victorious in that contest?
No, he didn't. But you know, we just thank Almighty Jehovah in His infinite mercy that the nefarious plans that were hatched by some folks in this society that don't love Abia people, the thing was discovered, and it will baffle you that individuals in their own conscience will try to botch that election by rigging, botch that election by already writing results. So we were ready to go, but they would have also been fished out, and that is why the political climate of Nigeria has changed now, and Nigerians have begun to understand that this is no play. This is a serious business. You know, you don't have business being in the polling unit when you ain't going to vote. So when you go there, exercising your civic responsibility, your civic right, vote, watch your vote being counted, but don't rig. Don't change results, because when you change results, that means, can you imagine how you go to take exam and somebody you're supposed to get 80% and somebody is giving you 20%? You know, it will be disheartening to you if you're about to graduate. You can imagine when students are about to graduate and then there will be strike, and then you prolong your tenure in the university, in the tertiary institution, by 2 years. In Nigeria today, you know that people go to school, instead of the normal 4 years, you see somebody acquiring degree for 5 years, 6 years. So that's the same thing that is happening today. So we are righting the wrongs, but we thank God that those people, those perpetrators, were caught, and they are cooling where they're supposed to be cooling.
All right, still talking about writing, the issue of writing results.
Yes.
Your opponent in Abia South alleged that your principal...
Abia South?
Abia North.
Okay.
Abia North. Abia North.
Yes.
Said your principal allegedly had already a written result that would have given him that victory. How true is that?
Well, you know, for those that know Uzor Kalu is not somebody that will run afoul to the law. And the man that I know, and I speak not because I am his media aide, but I speak because he's a man that I know who does not like anything that will go against the democratic process. Uzor Kalu can never write results. What if you listen to Uzor Kalu when you come to Neya camp in Ibere, when he's asking folks to go and protect your vote, he say rigging can never happen when you are an agent and you watch your polling unit, watch the votes being cast. After watching the vote being cast, watch the votes be moved from one point to the other. And when we move from that unit to the collation center, where they're going to tabulate the whole result, and you are watching your result, Ginika, is a simple thing. Somebody who is bigger or greater than you is greater than you. You cannot take anything away from them. Uzor Kalu is an enigma. Uzor Kalu is somebody that has intimidating force in him. You saw when he came here. You saw how everybody just want to see that Uzor Kalu. His opponent, nobody was going to move around. When his opponent comes to your station, you see he'll be mumbling. The man be mumbling, he wouldn't even know what to say. A man who has been in the Senate for almost 4 years don't even have his facts on ground. Uzor Kalu was sitting here so comfortable and asking you people, ask me questions, anything you want to ask me, I am here to speak to the people. We need a stronger voice in the Senate. We need a voice that will not only speak for Ndibo, but a voice that will speak for every Nigerian. It is only Uzor Kalu that can look at you in your face, no matter who you are, and tell you the truth. They can do it. Nobody has been able. I give you an example. If Uzor Kalu were to be in the Senate and you're talking about Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB, Orji would have said what he was supposed to say. No Igbo man, no Igbo woman in the Senate was able to come to the rescue of Nnamdi Kanu. It was only Abaribe who tried to sign his bail bond. But the man representing him didn't do that. So the Igbos need voice, stronger voice, that when you sit and watch the process in the Senate, you know that you have a voice. You will go to sleep and sleep very well. Uzor Kalu is the only person, and I say it and people know it, he's the only person that can walk down the aisle of that chamber and people will rise and be happy that Uzor Kalu is there. Remember when Oyi of Oyi, if you remember Oyi of Oyi, Chuba Okadibo, the political scientist, remember when Chuba Okadibo was the Senate president, every day, everybody wanted to hear from Chuba Okadibo, because when he speaks the mindset of the people. We don't have those kind of folks again. All we have in today are people that go to the chamber and they be sleeping. Uzor Kalu is going to rejig the Senate. Uzor Kalu is going to make you be proud as a Nigerian, and he's going to represent Abia very well. And you saw that when Uzor Kalu came here, he wasn't only talking about Abia, he was speaking from his real depth of love for Nigeria as a patriotic Nigerian. Uzor Kalu left Abia to come to Abia Central to campaign for the incoming man who is going to the Federal House of Representatives by name Ike Martins Apugo. Orji campaign for him. Campaign for Madakola Madibe Ijere that is going to contest for House of Assembly. That is Uzor Kalu for you. From Abia Central, he left Aba to campaign for our people, for mascot Uzor Kalu, who is going for Federal House. He left for Aba.
Talking about the issue of this election. Just after the rescheduled election, during the National Executive Council meeting of your party, the APC, the President Buhari, made a clear order, giving a marching order to the security agencies to deal ruthlessly with anybody that is trying to snag ballot boxes.
Yes.
In your own mind, do you think that's the best way to go about it?
Of course, it's the best way. You're talking about the Commander-in-Chief of Federal Republic of Nigeria. You're talking about something that is going to threaten the stability of our system, democracy. You see, when people don't understand what election is all about about exercising your right. And when somebody wants to thwart the exercise of that right, then we're having problem. Now, look up the word ruthlessly. What I miss you? Look up the word. Buhari did not ask you kill somebody.
No, but he also...
But the word ruthlessly means the law will not save you.
Okay,
because when you are caught, you are going to be dealt with. In other words, when you are caught, they are going to arrest you, you are going to go to court, and you are going to be sentenced for years that you will not see the sky again in your life.
The president further said that anybody that tries that will be risking his life.
Of course,
it's a death.
I will risk my life if I go and carry ballot box. That means risking my life means I will not be able to see my wife again. I will not be able to see my beautiful children. I will be cooling off at Kirikiri or somewhere, which will not be fair for me, because that's risking my life. The comfort that I have talking to you now, the comfort that I have laughing with you, I will not have it again. That's risking my life. So when you look at English language that I tell people, people determine the meaning to suit themselves. Buhari cannot ask you kill, but he said you'll be dealt with ruthlessly, and that's how you'll be dealt with. So people complaining now. When Obasanjo was president, he was dealing with people even more ruthlessly, and nobody complained. He almost wiped up a whole community. Nobody complained. Obasanjo wanted to go for third term, not caring about you. Nobody complained. Obasanjo did so many things. Nobody complained. Now look at somebody saying, don't threaten the security of Federal Republic of Nigeria. Do you know that the snatching of ballot box in itself alone is a treason? It's a treasonable felony, because anything you do to destabilize the security, the peace of Federal Republic of Nigeria, in order to help in disintegrate this society, it is treason, it is felony. And people don't understand that. The time of what do you call it, snatching ballot boxes, running away. I give you an example. Let me tell you something. Do you know one of your colleagues, I will not call his name, during those election a couple of years ago, a young man would have lost a broadcaster in Abia. He was running because people came to snatch ballot boxes, and the man who was wearing trousers, his trousers turned into skirt. A man, and he was running like a woman. The whole trouser tore into two. He was wearing a skirt, and people were laughing at him, but he was running for his life. Now, can you imagine that? Nobody will talk about when you are snatching the ballot box and you kill a copper. Because the copper is not your sister, the copper is not your brother, neither the copper is your friend. Nobody will talk about that. Do you know the risky risk that it takes to snatch ballot box and run away? Because those guys, when they come, they always come to kill. It is not fair. What we're saying, enough is enough. If you snatch the ballot box this time,
in their own favor, maybe to even intimidate.
No, we wouldn't. We wouldn't.
Dealt with, and so many people have read.
Well, but I don't understand when he said I'm not mature. Listen, it's not. We are not mature to vote accordingly.
It's not being matured about voting accordingly. What I'm saying is, Nigeria, we are not politically matured. The Electoral Act is very clear, and he said that no security agent must go to the polling unit armed.
Yes.
And the president is telling them to go to the polling unit, of course, armed. So what does that mean?
No, well, you see, when you create security, you know, there is a meterage where you have to stop between where you're standing and the polling unit. So I might be here, and then a law enforcement officer or a military man will be the other way watching us within that parameter. There is nothing wrong with that. We're not talking about military being the polling unit. But I want to give you an example. If you look at it, you know, you're telling me that our party, are we not going to take advantage of that? No, why? Why? Let me tell you something. I speak as an APC man. I am going to my village in Ozitem. I'm going to be in the polling unit. I'm going to cast my vote. I'm going to monitor my vote. When I know that I will deliver votes in my community, I won't be scared of anybody. When I know I'm not going to rig election in Ozitem, I won't be scared of. But if you can't make police officer your friend because you are guilty, because you are a criminal, so why are people crying over nothing? Why should I Madukokoro complain? My principal has not even complained about what is happening. He said, go there, vote, don't rig election, don't cause violence. Go there, Kalu will tell you, go there, man your polling unit, cast your vote, watch your vote, follow your vote to the collection center. Make sure what is written in the paper result sheet is what you know that was written. So why are we scared? APC is not scared. We are geared up because there is change, the wave of change, the wave of doing good things for the betterment of the people. APC is coming to bring joy to Abia people. APC is coming to change the lives of Abia people. We are not scared. We're excited. We're excited because we know we are going to clear the votes in our various polling units. So why are we scared of the military? Why are we going to use the military to intimidate you? If you know you are going to vote without causing violence, you won't be scared of the military. But when you are scared of the military, it's because you have been used to rigging election. You have been used to carrying ballot boxes. And I want to use this medium to ask my very good friends out there, people that have children, don't allow your children to collect money and try to snatch ballot. The president is not kidding in this statement. It is a very serious statement that he has made. Nigeria must see all the way. We are going to clear the whole polling unit. It's not true, but we are going to win.
Donatus Wampa.
Yes.
You know, he said that your party, they don't have this confidence again on INEC,
yes,
in the state,
yes,
because they are allegedly
yes
working with the PDP in the state, you know, towards the outcome of the election. In your own view,
yes,
don't you believe in INEC to conduct a credible poll?
I believe in INEC, but not this one under ILO. I want to tell you something. Let me just tell you an example. How can a young girl working for INEC. You are working for INEC, and you were about to take in close to 10,000 PVCs in your private vehicle without security, moving from one point to another.
I think he has addressed that.
Of course, he will address it the way he wants to address it.
The lady is of the INEC.
Yes.
He works with INEC.
Yes.
He works with INEC.
Yes.
So he's an employee.
Okay.
He's an employee of the INEC.
That means all employees at INEC will be able to carry PVCs anytime you want to put in your vehicle and go to another point to deliver. If you respect the people of Abia, you attach a security aid to that lady. You don't ask a woman or a man to go and carry PVC, 10,000 PVCs. Moving from one point to another. That rec commissioner was trying to defend himself. He knows he's economically with the truth. What I'm trying to tell you is that you can do that. You can do that. He knows he cannot do that. You cannot ask an employee of INEC to carry PVCs from one point to another without security. It does not work that way. It doesn't work that way. It's a simple mathematics. And if you go back and look, going back to the people that were busted, the one that came into Uchoga's campaign office, you saw what happened. You saw how the truth came out. And everybody now trying to cover the thing, cover it, trying to play all this media hype. You know, managing information and managing news is totally different from propaganda. When you see the truth, speak the truth. They know that they have messed up. They have messed up. The individual called Gayos that came to Uchoga's campaign office, he was arrested there. The guy said, "What are you doing here?" The guy became fidgety. When the guy became fidgety, after serious interrogation, he had to call. He named the guy, we think his name is Obisike, and Obisike was asked to come. He said, "Obisike, come. Obisike came. When Obisike came, Obisike was being interrogated by a law enforcement officer. Said, "Who are you? Where do you work?" He opened up. I'm looking at the way he was responding to questions. Obisike was taken to his vehicle, and you cannot believe it. Holy macro, what was found in the vehicle was letterheads belonging to the office of the governor of Abia State. In his vehicle, they are there. Now, how the hell can we print the governor Igbazo's letterheads and then put it into somebody's vehicle? How the hell can APC print result sheet, put in somebody's vehicle in order to rubbish somebody? No, but he said, yes, I have it. It is me, but I was working for somebody else. But where is he today?
The state government, they've distanced themselves from that particular.
They would distance. They don't have choice but to distance. But he can't distance OBCK because OBCK is a part of the process, and that process is a false process. That process is a process you want to use to thwart the conscience of Ndabia, and it cannot happen. You don't play with God. If you don't play with fire, can you play with God? God in civil mercy, as Abia State is God's own state. We busted them. Where are they? They are cooling somewhere